everybody, and welcome back. It's week number 5 of Ash's Fantasy Facts here on sports.ktar.com. And once again, we're inside the KTAR Fantasy Boardroom here. All right, let's not waste any time. I didn't do that great last week, so we're not going to talk about it. Had a couple hits, a lot of misses last week. I apologize. Let's get it back in week number 5. Some buys to remember this week. These 4 teams not playing: Miami, New England, Pittsburgh, and Seattle. A lot of fantasy guys from those teams, so make sure you stock your bench with players that you can put in the lineup. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. The quarterback position this week, I like a couple of guys. One guy, Shaun Hill. You might say, wait, Shaun Hill? Where's Shaun Hill? He's the quarterback for the Detroit Lions, who have been in just about every game they played. They're putting up big-time numbers, and I think they get the win this week at home against St. Louis. Shaun Hill's been really throwing the ball over the field, so I look for Shaun Hill to have another good week. If you're looking for a replacement, maybe Tom Brady, go with Shaun Hill if he's available. And also Eli Manning. Now, a lot of guys have him on the roster, but you maybe don't play him. Maybe he's your backup. Not a bad idea to play him this week. He's going up against Houston. The Texans are dead last in the league in the NFL in passing yards against. That's a good start. Couple tread lightlies at the quarterback position. Carson Palmer. Now, he had a nice week with T.O. hooking up last week, but I think it maybe gets tempered a little bit. Tampa Bay is the opponent this week, and Tampa Bay actually not bad against the pass. And my other tread lightly is Phillip Rivers. Oakland can't stop the run, but they can stop the pass, so be careful with Phillip Rivers. Let's go to the running back position. Frank Gore. Not really a sleeper there. Frank Gore's a good running back, but he goes off this week. Philly is the opponent. They are 27th against the run so far this season, and I think San Fran finally gets that win. We can stop calling them the San Francisco 0-9ers. We'll call them the 1-9ers. Let's move on in the running back position. I like the running backs for New Orleans. Problem is, I just don't know which one's going to start. If it's Pierre Thomas, if not, I really like Ladell Betts this week. Yeah, against the Arizona Cardinals here at the University of Phoenix Stadium. Ladell Betts was a stud last week. Didn't put up huge fantasy numbers, but I think if Pierre Thomas is out, Betts will get more looks this week against Arizona. And either San Diego running back, you can't go wrong there. Again, versus Oakland, who is 31st against the run in the league. Whether it's Tolbert or Matthews or both, I think they both have big numbers this week. My tread lightlies at the running back position. Peyton Hillis for Cleveland. I know he's gone for 100 a couple times in a row. I think that's going to slow down this week against a good Atlanta rush attack. Ahmad Bradshaw against Houston. Houston's number 2 in the league against the run. It's probably because they're so bad against the pass, no one tries to run against them. But I think Ahmad Bradshaw doesn't have a great week. And believe it or not, Adrian Peterson. Now, I'm not telling you to bench Adrian Peterson against the Jets this Monday night. I'm not. But if you have 3, if you're one of these guys I get a lot of emails from, hey, I got these 3 great running backs. How'd you get them? You must be in a league with a bunch of fools. But anyway, if you have 2 other running backs you feel better about, don't feel bad about benching Adrian Peterson this week. He'll be back in your starting lineup next week. Let's go to the receiver position. Big trade this week in the NFL. Randy Moss is back in Minnesota. Now, I don't love the matchup against the Jets. However, if you're playing trends, Randy Moss always blows up when he has a debut with the team. He did it in Oakland. He did it in New England. He could do it again back in Minnesota. So keep your eye on Randy Moss having a big one. And Roddy White, or whoever is playing against that cornerback Eric Wright for Cleveland, that guy, they might as well just call him toast. That guy has been toasted the last 2 weeks. Anquan Bolden went for like $150, and of course T.O. last week over 200 yards. He's going to try to stop Roddy White this weekend. Good luck. Roddy White's going to be a big scorer this week. My tread lightlies at wide receiver. Brandon Lloyd from the Denver Donkeys. That's right. He is way up there as far as yards are concerned in the NFL this year. But against Baltimore, that'll stop. And tread lightly with Malcolm Floyd for San Diego. First of all, Antonio Gates is the main guy there in San Diego. Plus, again, Oakland pretty good against the pass. So be careful with Malcolm Floyd. Time now for my sleeper of the week. My sleeper of the week this week, Ryan Terrain, former running back for the ASU Sun Devils. He's probably going to get the start this weekend as Clinton Portis is out 4 to 6 weeks against Green Bay. Now, I don't necessarily love the matchup, but Green Bay's defense is good. They're not that good against the run, ranked 24th in the league. So look for Ryan Terrain maybe to have a nice week as he'll get a lot of carries. Mike Shanahan loves Ryan Terrain, did when he was in Denver and does now. And my final dud of the week. My dud of the week this week, Kyle Orton, again from them Denver Donkeys, the Broncos. They are the number 1 passing team in the NFL. Number 1. They're playing Baltimore this week. That will end. And that's why Kyle Orton is my dud of the week. That's it. That's how we do it. That's Ash's Fantasy Facts for week number 5. Don't forget, all your comments, questions, and concerns can be sent directly to me. Ash@ktar.com is the website. Twitter is Ash620. And Facebook, Mark Asher. Send me everything you can, and even if it's on game day, I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible so you can get your lineups in. Don't forget, Miami, New England, Pittsburgh, and Seattle, your bye weeks this week. Don't forget, get your lineups in on time, and good luck in week 5.